Hello! We're at it again. Yes, I'm still just videoing because I'm trying to get this done. Because I'm also really into the book and I don't want to put it down. So, yay! Anyways, I hope in the meantime, since you guys have seen the videos, I hope you guys have fed your friends and are having a wonderful, wonderful time and hanging out with them. So, now we're going to start off page 50. Called Herc. I'd rather play tennis than go to the dentist. I'd rather play soccer than go to the doctor. I'd rather play Herc than go to work. Herc? Herc? What's Herc? I don't know, but it must be better than work. True. Oh, that's great. I think they're just talking in general, just about, I don't know, like, not liking work and would rather be doing anything else besides that, as normal human beings do. But yeah, nothing wrong with that one. Next, anchored. Our anchor's too big for our ship. So we're sitting here thinking to think. If we leave it behind, we'll be lost. If we haul it on board, we will sink. If we sit and keep talking about it, it will soon be too late for our trip. It sure can be rough on a sailor when the anchor is too big for a ship. Meaning, don't take on things that are too much to handle. I know the saying, because I grew up with it. God will never give you more than you can handle. That has never been in the Bible. That is not in the Bible. That's just a configured thought process thing that they came up with. Okay, so that being said, you do get more than you can handle. That's life. But you just make sure you don't put it in your boat to sink you. That's the key. You don't put it in your boat. If something is too big for you to handle, you set it aside and ask for help. You don't put it in your boat to make you sink. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's like you're going through stuff, like really difficult stuff in times in life. Yeah, it happens. But I'm sorry, but you don't have to put it in your boat. You can keep it on the shoreline. You can look at it, and you can work on it little by little. But don't put it in your boat and carry it around with you. No, you need to put it in a corner, take care of it little by little. Just little by little. If you have debt, just little by little. Put it in that corner, you notice it, you see it's there, but you're not carrying it with you day in and day out. That's the key. Next! Unsacrable Itch. There's a spot that you can't scratch right behind your shoulder blades, like an egg that just won't hatch. Here you sit and there you stay, turn and squirm and try to reach it. Twist your neck and bend your back, hear your elbows creak and crack. Stretch your fingers now, you bet it's going to reach. No, that won't get it. Going to reach. No, that won't get it. Hold your breath, stretch and pray. Only just an inch away. Worse than a sunbeam you can't catch is that one spot you can't scratch. Oh, those scratches. Those are the worst. The worst. But I have been very fortunate that I can scratch every part of my back. But yes, that was fun. I did have a scratch, an itch that I needed to scratch. But yes, if you have an unscratchable itch, get a back scratcher. One of those like good old back scratchers, or somebody next to you. Honestly, don't feel bad if you were in public and you don't have anyone you know, and you go up and be like, hey, I have this scratch, can you please scratch it? Or have this itch, can you please scratch it? Like, I can't get it. Hey, I've scratched a stranger's back in public before. Not a big deal. It's actually really very humanly feeling to do. And it's like something so natural that it's just like, okay. But anyways, next, squishy touch. Everything King Midas touched turned to gold. The lucky fellow. Every single thing I touch turns to raspberry jello. Every time I touch the kitchen wall, squish. I went and punched my brother Paul, squish. I tried to fix my bike last week, sploosh. I kissed my mother on the cheek, gloosh. I got my horseshoe. I got into my overshoes, gloosh. I tried to read the evening news, smush. I sat down on the easy chair, splosh. I tried to comb my wavy hair, sploosh. I took a dive into the sea, sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Would you like to shake hands with me, sploosh? Yeah, you don't want to have everything you touch turn to jello or gold. No. No, no, no. Not something you want to do at all. Important. Said little a this I know this sounds weird. Said little to Big G. Without me, the sea would be the sea, S-E. The flea would be the flea, F-L-E. The earth and heavens couldn't be without me, said Big G to little a. Even the sea, S-E, could Christian spade would fly in the small old wanted earth, and the heaven still would be without thee. Let me just show you guys this. Because, like, yeah, it's just, there's no A's. There's absolutely no A's. Like, they've taken all the A's out. So, yeah, that's what it would be like without a little A. I like the little A. Thumb face. There is a face upon my thumb. I did not paint it there, with pointy ears and winky eyes, and greenish bristly hair. I keep it hidden from my friends so that they will not stare. It has a little twisty mouth and yellow toothies too. It sniggers when I hold my fork. It giggles when I'm blue. And laughs and laughs and laughs at everything I try to do. That's just called your ego. Yeah, that's just called your ego. So that might be another reason they banned the books, because I don't know. Oh, homework machine. Okay, so this probably is definitely going to be part of the banning reason. I don't know. We'll see. The homework machine. Oh, the homework machine. Most perfect contraption that's ever been seen. Just put in your homework, then drop in a dime, snap on the switch, and then 10 seconds time. Your homework comes out quick and clean as can be. Here it is, 9 plus 4, and the answer is 3. 3? Oh, me. I guess it's not as perfect as I thought it would be. There's a little kid down here in the machine that's doing his homework. So, rule of thumb, don't have people do your homework. Yeah, that's basically on that one. Don't force people to do your homework, because the answer is going to be wrong. And if the answers are wrong, you might as well have been the one to get them wrong instead of paying somebody else to give you the wrong answers. I'm just saying. And you don't learn that way. Next, 8 balloons. 8 balloons no one was buying. All broken loose one afternoon. 8 balloons with strings a-flying, free to do what they want to do. One flew up to touch the sun. Pop! One thought highways might be fun. Pop! One took a nap in the cactus pile. Pop! One stayed to play with a careless child. Pop! One tried to taste some bacon frying. Pop! One fell in love with a porcupine. Pop! One looked close in a crocodile's mouth. Pop! One sat around till the air ran out. Whoosh! 8 balloons no one was buying. They broken loose and away they flew, free to float and free to fly, and free to pop where they wanted to. So great. So basically saying, don't over exert yourself, and don't get yourself in piles of cactuses, meaning sticky messes that can eventually pop you. Stay away from porcupines and crocodiles and you'll be fine. Next! Attention. Atones. I think that's what it is. Anyways, if we meet and I say hi, that's a situation. If you ask how I feel, that's consideration. If you stop and talk a while, that's a conversation. If we understand each other, that's communication. If we argue, scream and fight, that's an altercation. If later we apologize, that's reconciliation. If we help each other home, that's cooperation. And all these actions added up, making civilization. And if I say this is a wonderful poem, is that an exaggeration? Absolutely not. Because, man, look at my heart. Okay, I'm going to have to read this again. Because, man, I feel like we've lost, we all understand, but we don't, appreciate this and what makes up our civilization. Because I feel like we've lost ourselves and our civilization. So here we go. Ready? Actions. If we meet and I say hi, that's a situation. If you ask me how I feel, that's consideration. If we stop and talk a while, that's a conversation. If we understand each other, that's communication. If we argue, scream, and fight, that's an altercation. If later we apologize, that's reconciliation. If we help each other home, that's cooperation. And all these actions added up, making civilization. Man. If we help each other home, that's cooperation. We just don't know how to help each other. That's what we've lost. We've lost the will to want to help people and help others, because people have either felt very unheard, unloved, unappreciated, all this stuff. So they focus on themselves and only themselves, that's where we're feeling. That's where I see a lot of failures happening in society nowadays. Because people are not listening and not communicating and not being a human being and being in a civilization. Because people have their mindset, you have your mindset. If they don't collide, you can't have a conversation anymore. It turns into an argument. Which, when I was growing up, I could have a full-blown conversation with somebody with different beliefs and different thought processes with me. Now, I can't do that without fear of them trying to argue with me that they are right and I'm wrong. No, we both could be right. We don't know. We don't know if there's an actual God and an actual heaven and hell, or if there's an afterlife, a new earth. We don't honestly know. There's no honest truth on what happens after we die. But where I have my beliefs that are not Bible-based, I can't go to a Christian and talk to them about what I believe without them saying, oh, I feel attacked, or trying to attack me. So, yeah, we just need to get communication back. That's what we're missing. And we'll get there. I have faith. I have faith in us. But, yeah, we just gotta get on it. Alrighty, anyways, we're gonna continue to read a little bit more, because I feel like it on this video. So anyways, okay, musical career. She wanted to play the piano, but her hands couldn't reach the keys. When her hands could finally reach the keys, her feet couldn't reach the floor. When her hands could finally reach the keys and her feet could reach the floor, she didn't want to play that old piano anymore. That's so sad. That was me, though, as a kid. Because I learned piano. I loved piano. But then I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. I don't want to learn anymore. I'm done. I'm moving on. Next. Anteater. A genuine anteater. The pet... Sorry. The pet man told my dad. Turned out it was an anteater. And now my uncle's mad. That's so funny. So funny. The anteater. The anteater. That's so funny. Bucking Bronco. Can you ride at the Bunkin' Bronco? Can you stay in the old saddle till your teeth begin to rattle? Can you swoop and bounce and stick upon my back? Can you ride the Bunkin' Bronco while he's snorting, smoking and kicking? And your stomach starts to sicken and you feel as though your spine's about to crack. You can ride the Bunkin' Bronco. I'll just sit here and whistle till his strength begins to fizzle, and he knows that I'm his master finally. Yes, I'll tame the Bunkin' Bronco, and you can see me sitting easy here on the Bunkin' Bronco. Bunkin' Bronco? The rider. I don't think he stayed on. But anyways, when life starts bucking, you gotta hang on because otherwise you go flying. I mean, literally, that's what it is. Anyways, next. Snap. She was opening up her umbrella. She thought it was going to rain when we all heard a snap, like the clap of a trap, and we'd never have seen her again. Oh my gosh, I love this poem. Okay, next. Oh, we'll go. There's not a lot to analyze on Snap. She opened her umbrella, thought it was gonna rain, then the umbrella closed on her, as life does sometimes. As it starts opening up for you, and then it goes boom, but then you just gotta open it up again to come out. So it's fine. Life is the umbrella. Next. Overdues. What do I do? What do I do? This library book is 42 years overdue. I admit that it's mine, but I can't pay the fine. Should I turn it in or hide it again? What do I do? What do I do? I would say keep it at that point because they've already replaced the book. Just don't go back to the library at that point. You're 42 years overdue. And I mean, I feel like we've all have some books in our house from the library that never got returned, and you just either paid the fine or you didn't go to the library until the fine was just gone. And you were like, oh, can you read 2 books again? I feel like we all have had those moments. Okay, anyways, wild strawberries. Next. Are wild strawberries really wild? Well, they will scratch my eyeballs. I went to the eye doctor today, I swear. They're just still... Anywho, I'm gonna end it after this. Not this one, the next one. And then, either do knitting or something else. Either work or nap. I might nap. Nap sounds great right now. Anyways, focus. Sorry, ADHD. So much fun. Anyways, are wild strawberries really wild? Well, will they scratch an adult? Will they snap at a child? Would you pet them or let them run free where they roam? Could we ever relax in a stream-heated home? Can they be trained to not growl at the guests? Not growl at the guests? Will the litter box work, or would they leave a mess? Can we make them a cowberry herding the cows? Or maybe a mulberry pulling the plows? Or maybe a huntberry chasing the grouse? or maybe a watchberry guarding the house. And though they may curl up at your feet, oh so sweetly, can you ever feel that you trust them completely? Or should we make a pet out of something less scary, like a domestic prune or an imported cherry? Anyhow, we've been warned, and I will not be blamed if your wild strawberry cannot be tamed. Oh, goodness. Don't bring wild animals home. That's just the bottom line on this one. Don't bring wild animals home. No. Leave wild animals in the wild, where they belong. There are pets and there are wild animals. Two different things. Remember that. Anyways, next. How to make a swing with no rope or board of nails. First, grow a mustache, 100-inch long. Then loop it over a hickory limb. Make sure the limb is strong. Now pull yourself up off the ground and wait till the spring. Then swing. Oh, goodness. That wild strawberry is pretty kind of weird. At least a little scary. I mean, it has teeth and a mouth and yikes. Us vegetarians are going to have a field day with this one. Okay, I know I said I was done, but I'm at 68 and 69, so we'll finish these two and we'll stop. Gummy eyeball. There's an eyeball in the gumball machine, right there between the red and green, looking at me as if to say, you don't need any more gum today? Last one. Hot dog. I have a hot dog for a pet. The only kind my folks will let me get. He does smell sort of bad, and yet he absolutely never gets the sofa wet. We have a butcher for a vet. The strangest vet you ever met. Guess we're the weirdest family yet to have a hot dog as a pet. Oh no. Oh no. The hot dog as a pet. I mean, I've heard of rocks as pets. I've had a pet rock. But never a pet hot dog. That's a new one. So I guess it would work. It would probably get really smelly and really gross. But it could work. It could work. Alright, we're about halfway through. I'm done for videos for today. So you shouldn't see me in these outfits anymore. But I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day and stay as beautiful as you are. Constantly work on yourself, constantly grow. There's always room for improvements to make your life better and happier. Always look for the joy in life and you'll be good. So, life may be difficult now, but in the end, we're all gonna win because we're all human. So, have a good one. Love y'all.